Hey, my name's Lance Spellman, and what we're going to test here is reader documents and their impact when they get replicated across from server to server. So this first database, it is a replica of a database that's on server Abu. The second database is on a server called Genie, and neither one of them have documents in there right now. So I'm going to start on Abu. I'm going to create a record called main, and this is a document with no readers field on it, and we'll save that, and we can see the document here. And if we go over to the Genie replica, it's not going to be there because we haven't replicated it yet. So we look at properties on this document, and we'll see that it really only has two fields, or three fields: data, the form itself, and then a readers field, which you can see by summary read access names, that has no values in it. Now that's important. When a readers field has no values, then it is in effect not doing anything. Everybody can read it. But when it has a value, then that's when only that person is going to be able to read it. So let's go to the admin console, and you see I've got a replication command down here to replicate. We're on the Genie server, so I'm going to switch over to the Abu server. Okay, now we're on the Abu server, and we're going to replicate with the Genie server this specific database. And when we see it happen, we see replicator added one document to Genie. So if we come back over and we go to the Genie copy of the database and we refresh the view, now we have a document over there. Going back to Abu, refresh, nothing changes, we have a document there. So now let's go create a second document. This has a readers field with Gary's name in it. So even though I'm a manager in this database, if I don't put the server or my name in here, when we go to replicate this particular document, it's not going to exist in the other database. So now we have two documents in the Abu copy, this one here and this one here with Gary's name on it. Again, over here on Genie, we haven't replicated yet, so the only thing we see is the first document. So let's go back to our console. We're still on Abu. We do our replication. We see that it's going and doing a replication, but we're not seeing any documents being affected here. So when we go to Genie and we refresh, we don't have this document. It has not made it across to the other server. Okay. So now what we can do is, and again, looking at document properties on this particular document, we see for the readers field, it's a read access names, and it's got Gary's name in there. And this is why it would not get over to the other server. So we're going to run this agent now against both of these documents. And this agent is called add global readers field. And what it will do is it will only do it for the documents that do not, or that have a value in a readers field. So in our first document that we showed, this one, it doesn't have a readers field that has a value in it. So in effect, everybody can read it right now. We don't want to compromise that behavior by adding a global readers field that sets it up to just administrators and servers. So we only want to do that on documents that have a readers field that has a value in it. So that's what this agent's going to do. So we're going to run this add global readers field. It's set up to run in the debugger, so I'm just going to let it rip. Okay, it's done. So now if we take a look at document properties, in the first document we don't see any change. We still have just a readers field in there. It's blank. We go to the second document, we see that we have our original readers field that has Gary's name in it, but now we also have a SafetyReaders field, which is the LocalDomainServers and the admin value. So now that that's in place, when we go to replicate again from Abu to Genie, this time we're going to see replicator added one document to Genie. And when we flip back to the Genie database, or the copy that's on Genie, and we refresh, there it is. So this has a readers field with Gary's name in it. We can see it now because we have this SafetyReaders field. And that's what we wanted to show.